Good morning, everyone. Jill here. Today, I'm just bringing you a video to show you what I've been working on. And I started this a few days ago, and then I thought, well, you know what? I'll just turn on the camera, do a few little videos, hook them together, and upload one at a time. In the interim, from my last project to when I started this, I got a new phone, and then I found out that with the case on. And I got that Z Fold phone. I love the phone, and I love this case, but it didn't fit in the holder for me making videos. So I was dumbfounded how I could manipulate it. And I thought, well, just take the case off, and every time you video, you're going to have to take it off and put it back on. But I did find that I only have to take off the back, and then it fits into the holder. So we're now off and running. Hooray! I'm not going to make any big, I didn't clean up my desk. I didn't do anything. I just thought I'd sit down and show you some things that I'm using in this project. So I am using digitals. I'm using craft envelopes that I had. I am using my own little Christmas elves that you see here. Aren't they sweet? These little elves pieces are mine. These frames came from Art House Whimsy. Of course, let's see. You know what? I think I have a picture of them over here. Yeah. I had printed out when I get a kit, I'll tell you, when I get a digital kit, I like to print them out like this. This way I can look at all the pages, and here's the second page. I cut some things out. But I can look at all of the images and then decide which ones I want to use before I print them out on bigger paper. And it allows me to decide what size I need and so on. So I am going to be making cards out of these, but right now I'm just making the top of the card, the top of the card. And let's see, where did I want to go from here? So I wanted to kind of use these little frames for kind of like the, if you notice the digitals, hold on, let me show you a digital that, okay, let me go this way instead. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, let's use this cute one with the red bows on it. And let's find it on here, probably on page 2. Yeah, okay. So I found this little, I like this little frame here. This is the image that you get. And as you can see, it has a beige interior. It's a solid print. And I've taken these frames and I've cut out the interior of the frames. So I'll show you a couple of them just to show you what I did. This one here in this corner. It has a rough wood, and the rough wood's nice. And you can always print them out and use them like that. There's no problem with that. But here's what it looks like when I cut out the center. Okay. Here's what it looks like when I cut out the center. And so on. So I did that for many of these. I've not done fussy cutting them. They do take a little time to go around the pine cones and the decorative elements and such, but very fun to do. I sit in front of the TV and cut away. So as you can see, there's a lot of really pretty ones. Very nice. Very lovely. Good job. So once I got them fussy cut, I thought, okay, now I want to bring elements from the back and layer them. And I made these little elf images a year ago. And I might have some of my little Christmas elves up on my Ko-fi site. If you're interested, you could go there and see them. They're free. If they're up there, my Ko-fi site has only free stuff. Excuse me. Had to have a cup of coffee to sit down and chat with you. So, what did I do? I took the little frame, I fussy cut the interior out, and then I took my little elves and I fussy cut them out. And I wanted them to look like they're peeking inside. Almost like it's a window, but it's really a frame. So when you set your card on a counter, you know, it'll look like this little guy is peeking in. So we'll just go through and look at the ones that I've already got the little elements inside there. Here she is. Isn't she a cutie? Then I have my husband come in and I say, okay, now rank these from 1 to 10, or put them in order as you would your favorite to your least favorite. So he always does that for me. So I kind of know which ones, you know, he might be attracted to or interested in, and then I pay attention to what colors they are and things like that. She's a real cute little princess elf. And here's another one. I love those little precious moment size. I actually wanted them to be big and stand out on these little guys. And here's the last one that I'm working on right now. Now I'm doing a set of 6. I am going to be doing the rest of them as I go along, but I'm doing a set of 6 first, because as I go along, I'm also doing the next piece, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But then I'm also going to be testing some finish on these, because I want to put some crackle paste and I have an idea for, I don't care for straight glitter, but I'm going to see what I can do with some crackle paste and some other little, I don't know, sandy little things, and see if I can make some snow to put on these as well to add a little dimension and decorative element. I wanted them to have lots of texture and lots of different elements. So that leads me to my next part that I'm going to be doing. Okay, so what are you going to be doing, Jill? Well, I decided they had to have a background because I'm going to be using white card for the, hold on a second, let me pull something out here that I could use. I'm going to be using white card for the cards themselves. And of course, I didn't want this to be the, once I cut these out, I knew I was going to have something in the background, right? Okay, so then I had to come up with what are we going to do in the background. And I kind of had an idea before I got started that I wanted to do something back to texture. I wanted to do something with some textiles. So I am going to be backing these with some cute little textiles. And then within the textiles, I'm going to be doing some slow stitching. Maybe on this one, I would slow stitch these little snowflakes. I might add some seed stitch to look like little snow falling down, things like that. So that was my next project, was to pick out fabrics that would look cute in the background. And so these are what I've selected. That one for that one. Here's the second one. I decided these little holly berries, and I could use little French knots, little lazy daisies. I could use a stem stitch, things like that in the background to make them textured. Now, I'm still wondering whether I want to make them a little puffy. And I don't know yet about that. I don't know that I want to do that, and I'll tell you why. Because these cards just fit in these envelopes. So if let's see if I can show you better. I'll take just the frame for right now. You see, they have just barely edge enough for these envelopes, which is exactly what I wanted. And so I started by putting this in an envelope. I put that little girl before she was fussy cut. I put her in there, said, okay, we're good. I put the material back there, said, okay, we're good for that. Okay, now, anything else do I want to add? I got to be very careful that I don't add so that the card becomes bulky this way and then doesn't fit into the envelope. So for those of you, if any of you watch my videos, I know some of you watch my videos that are going to be receiving these, don't pay any attention. I want you to be surprised. That's easier said than done, isn't it? So anyhow, we stopped there. Let's move on. This little girl's getting a little flower, and I think I'm going to put some French knots in here, do the little berries. I think these darker colors certainly deserve maybe some seed stitch. Okay, this little guy's going to get the snowflake, and you notice that the snowflake, I'm using jelly roll fabric. I had it and I thought I'm going to use it. And this little guy is going to have two backgrounds. He's going to have the snowflake, and then I have a little strip here I have to put in, so I'll probably use the same material. That's why that's cut a little longer, and put some, do some snowflakes in there. And of course, a bunch of strings. Let me put them off. My next little sweetie, she's so cute, isn't she? She's going to get some holly leaves and berries. And I'm going to put a little gold, I'm going to gold thread that little stem to hold that little pine cone on. I don't know yet if I'll do any stitching on the paper itself. I might. I've done that before, and it turns out really cool looking, but I'm not sure that it's going to add enough to make it worth the time and effort to put to actually stitch on the cloth. And the reason for that is because I take a pokey tool, and let's say I wanted to just put some gold little stars or something around the top of her hat. Well, I go through it and I poke holes everywhere I want my needle to go. And that way they're nice and neat, they're spaced the way I want them before I start, and then I get the stitching going. And it comes out looking really nice. I think I have a sample here that I did on the edge. Let me see, I don't know. Hold on one second, please. Yeah, I don't have it on my desk, so, but if I do it, I'll certainly point it out to you and show you what I'm gonna do. And then this little guy, I might want to put a Christmas tree back there with him. I'm not sure. I thought about using another digital and maybe popping up a tree back there. I could pop up a tree back there. Anyhow, I decided, I also have these, and I thought I could use these on him. Wouldn't those be cute behind him? And then I could do seed stitch for the little snowflakes. So more to come, that's for sure. So you hear my little dogs running back and forth in and out of my craft room. That's their little feet hitting the floor. Okay, so that's what I'm working on, and that's where I'm headed. I want to go out and make some more of these little, I have some more of these little elves. And I have some more already made that I could use, but I also thought maybe I'll go out and make a few more so that they'd all be different. Not that the people who are getting these cards are all going to be comparing and going, oh, I got the same one you got, and so on. But I wanted them to be personal, and I wanted them to be really cute. So that's where I'm at. And if you like them, let me know. Put a comment down below. Come watch how they evolve. You know, I'm always working on stuff that evolves, because nothing comes out of the box all finished unless you buy them finished. And frankly, I wanted to do something I love, which is crafting. And I didn't want to spend, this is just the reality of it. I thought, I'm not going to spend $10 a card for Christmas cards. And a box of Christmas cards certainly doesn't cost more than $10, but I thought, I think I'm going to spend some time making them and giving them I wanted to have a personal touch. So I hope the people who receive them love them, and I hope you love them. And if you like them, go out and download this beautiful kit with the frames on. I will put a link in the bottom to the Etsy store. Now, I said Art House Whimsy, but I think it could be, I could be wrong. It could be the other vendor that I get this from, the small shop. And I will put that in the link below. So that's where we're going. Hope you like it. And I hope to see you back for some more of my crazy crafting days. And until the next time, you have a great rest of your day.